Major League Soccer, where the referees don't even know the rules, grown men can twerk.
That is a disgusting act.
And fans can go more viral than the players.
Fight and win!
Over the last 25 years of the MLS, it has seen some major growth. More than 70,000 people showed up to watch Portland disappoint their loyal fan base in 2018. The level of play has risen, and dozens of academy players have been sent over to Europe, as well as the TV ratings are as high as ever. Now, I bet you're wondering, Blake, that's cool and all, but, European football gets those kind of numbers on an illegal stream of a mid-table battle. Yeah, and not to mention a match between Crystal Palace and Brighton Hove Albion is at better level than the MLS play. And that's where I just have to agree with you. I'm not here trying to say that the MLS is one of the best leagues in the world right now, and by no means is it going to be in the near future. What I'm here to show you is the path that the MLS can take to one day become one of the top leagues in the world, and it all boils down to 5 things. First, creating roots in major markets. Now, the first thing that must be done before Major League Soccer can be on a world stage is it has to finish expansion, whether that's 30 teams or 32 teams. As soon as expansion is complete, it's only a matter of time before MLS markets take their team in as one of their own. MLS has seen inaugural cities like Kansas City, Denver, and Columbus welcome their team in as their own over these past 25 years, as well as new markets like Atlanta, Minneapolis, and Nashville dive right in, and they're building stadiums for this league. In order for a league to grow, it has to set its roots in these markets and create a foundation of supporters that are all in it. Number 2, increase in domestic talent. Now, after MLS creates and strengthens those roots in those major cities, the next thing it needs to do is continue to grow the development of American and Canadian players. And to be honest, as we've seen in the past couple of years, they're doing just that. With the league exporting talent all over the globe with players like Ricardo Pepi, Alphonso Davies, Brendan Aronson, and plenty of others, it's safe to say that MLS academies are getting better and better each year. However, the kicker is the MLS isn't retaining any of this talent. It has to do that to compete with Europe's top 5 leagues. MLS academies have produced some great players over the years, but until the league can produce faster than it can sell, MLS will continue to be a quote-unquote farmers league where they will grow players in academies and sell them off. And for now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but to become one of the top leagues, you have to retain that talent. Number 3, take advantage of World Cup 2026. If the league continues to grow at the rate that it's growing, there's no reason it can't be considered a major sport in the United States. And there's one major tournament that brings more US eyes to the beautiful game than any other: the World Cup. In order to become more mainstream, MLS needs to take advantage of the World Cup and create and maintain a new audience. Come Qatar 2022, there will be numerous MLS players playing for the United States, Canada, and a couple of others as well. The league can market to that and create interest that way. The big one is World Cup 2026. With this tournament being hosted on home soil, MLS has a great opportunity. The last time the World Cup was in the United States, it created so much interest that Major League Soccer was formed. And with more American eyes than ever following the sport, there's no reason soccer won't see a major increase in viewers. The MLS can take advantage of that and market the heck out of their league come 2026, and all of these new fans will find a new local team to support. Number 4, a competition with the world. Now, looking after the next 5 years or so, after World Cup 2026, it's time to look long term. After the boost in 2026, MLS will see continued growth year in and year out, and with this, it will create more money for the league, thus raising the talent level. With that, people will compare it to Europeans' top leagues, but the only way to truly compare is by playing each other. And as travel gets more robust and teams can travel from the United States to Europe in, say, under 6 or 8 hours, then there could be a competition created between MLS clubs and some European clubs. Now, MLS clubs may struggle in this for quite some time, but the only way to compare with those top clubs is by competing against them. And for MLS clubs, they'd be competing against some of the best in the world, so they're just gaining more viewers. If MLS clubs could someday get on the level to compete with that competition, they would have made it on the world stage. Number 5, bring in top talent. Now, the final piece of the puzzle for the league to compete with the top leagues in Europe is that the level of play has to be high enough to entice the world's top talent to want to come to play in the United States. If everything in this video does go to plan, the MLS would have enough money and following to support a top league, and that would help raise the level of play with top players. One thing that the United States has that most of Europe doesn't have is that lifestyle. If a player is wanting to live it up and party on the weekends, they can go and do that in a place like Vegas or one of the coasts. And if they want to settle down more, they can find a market for that as well. The US is equipped so well for hosting the world's top athletes. It's just about getting them here. Now, to all those MLS fanboys and fangirls out there, don't get ahead of yourself. It'll take decades before this can happen, if it even happens at all. But the growth that the MLS has made since becoming a league has been tremendous. The sport is as big as ever and becoming one of the most followed in the country. Even if it takes a lifetime, I think I can see a day where Major League Soccer can compete on a level with the Premier League. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to myself, Blake Arnie. It really does mean a lot, and it helps me out so I can make more videos for your viewing pleasure like this one. And with that, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon.